Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Warframe. I think this is going to be episode 6 going up. I'm going to show you one thing real quick. I know I had mentioned it in the last video. So we're going to go to the relay so you can see them. You know, there's some on Earth. I think there's one on Mercury. Yeah, the one on Mercury as well. See, yeah, I don't think that one ever gets really busy. People tend to come to the one on Earth, but what you can do with these relays, like I said, is you could kind of sit around. I'm going to show you the little console I had mentioned, where you could get some blessings, and hopefully some people bless us a little bit here. But welcome in. Appreciate y'all stopping by again for another episode. Something I tend to forget to mention at the beginning of the videos. I do hope everyone who enjoys the video likes, subscribes, and comments. Wow, I'm trying to play on my mouse and key right now, but as you can see, I am not very good with it. Sorry, I hope if you do enjoy the video, you like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. But this is the console right here. You see, you have to be mastery rank 30 in order to do so. It says this one's busy. It doesn't look very busy. I'm gonna go ahead and back out of here. We'll go to the next quest. I don't want to stay there too long, but that is something that I might do from time to time. Just sit there AFK, see if I get some blessings as we go. We're gonna start this next quest, the Once Awake quest, which is gonna be an introduction to another enemy. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Tenno, we have intercepted an alarming transmission. The Grenier have obtained samples of the infestation that once ravaged the Orican. A scientist named Dr. Tengus intends to integrate the samples into his bioweapon research. The Grenier believe they can control the infestation. They are mistaken. We must investigate the laboratory on Mercury immediately. Hurry to M Prime.
Yep. And now basically what we gotta do here, gotta go ahead and start going through these missions. So yeah, I might keep it open with people being able to join us in this episode, just so that way if we're going through, you never know, you might come across someone else playing the game and help them out through the mission. Maybe they're not as proficient in it. Plus, it's always fun to play with other people.
Several vulnerable data consoles on this base. Find them and hack in. We need to know the nature of their new bioweapon.
Keep them away from the
Feels weird.
Destroy them. Dr. Tengus demands
No.
absolute secrecy.
Let's gonna try to fly through this mission as fast as we can. Oh my gosh.
Not detecting any known biochemical agents. What are they doing down here?
Oops. The enemy starting to pop up right here. The infected is what they're called. And they're like Flood from Halo or
Hearing the console. Trigger
Hive
the
from
alarms now,
Destiny.
and we'll start destroying
Basically
the
just
AO.
zombies. Remember in the spies, there's always a secret path. See if we can find that secret path. I don't remember this. Oh, you know what? Maybe. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Try this. Well, this is a little bit of a problem. Oops. Ooh. I don't know how I got under that. I should have hit that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Excellent work. A clean extraction with no alarms.
I can't remember if there's like a special quest you could do, or not quest, but a special achievement you get if you don't set off the alarm in each 3. I want to say in certain ones, yes. I think you get like Warframe parts specifically. Well, this is something we haven't seen yet. So these, if you ever see these, hear these, pick them up. Super useful. They give you endo in the long run. There's a specific way to kind of go about obtaining that endo. That I won't be able to show you for a while because it's not complicated. It's just it's kind of far off, if I'm being honest. But just collect them for now. If you ever come across a time you need a little extra endo, they're nice to sell. You'll get them, you know, throughout all these missions. So let's see if we can find a secret path here. And we don't have anything to scan this yet, which would be nice if we could. So, try going up here. Here. See anything? I did see there was a. Let's try this. Got here. So far, nothing. Trying to find that secret path. Not so secret, but you know, some of them are pretty straightforward as well.
Data extracted. They won't even know it's gone.
So we got that one.
Who released the specimens?
They're out! What's going on?
Stop the
Whoops.
infested. Forget the
What the heck?
tattoo.
Oh, I forgot I came through a tunnel.
Biosafety protocols are severely lacking. Their reckless experiments pose a grave threat to the entire system. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data.
Let's see if we could actually find the legit secret path in this one. Oh, that's right. This one is over here. Little window you could jump through, but you do have to watch out for this. If I recall, you can't go down. Wait. Little speed boost. Up. Oops. I don't know where I ended up, but I'm gonna go over here.
Excellent work. A clean extraction with no
Cool.
alarms.
No
We have
alarms.
everything we came for. Get to
We'll see if we get anything extra. Like I said, I want to say you do. I think there's a Warframe you could get for doing spy missions on no alarms,
Release these creatures on purpose. They
but
want them
I
to
can't
destroy
remember. I don't know why my sensitivity feels so off right now. Literally was just playing this game a second ago too. We will need those polymer bundles. Anytime I see those, I'm getting those because they are super crucial. Anything good in there? Nope.
Another job well executed.
Yay, more endo. Crucial. I really want to. I don't know if this is going to take me to that next step. I can't remember. There's a specific Warframe that I want to get.
An emergency situation developing. It's more infested. Get to the node I've marked on your navigation console.
So on I'll kind of explain it real quick. So I want to say it's Takal is the assassination. I could be wrong. I'm gonna have to play these missions and figure it out. But you get Hydroid from here, and the reason why Hydroid is so beneficial, I can't show you because I don't have Mastery Rank 3 yet, but some Warframes give you extra resource drops when you equip them with the specific mod. And let me see. They're called augment mods. Let me see. I think it's called Pilfering. Yeah, Pilfering Swarm. So he summons tentacles. You see specifically how it says it's for Hydroid. Enemies held by tentacles have a 25% chance to add additional drops. That is a really good way to farm resources in this game. There's a couple different Warframes that do so. That will benefit you early on in this game because it's hard to come by resources so often unless you're buying boosters constantly, which you can if you have the plat to do so. You know, you could buy like a 30-day booster for 200 plat, I think it is, which is nice. I do that on my main account just because I have the excess plat from just farming so long and, you know, buying prime frames and stuff like that. But it's if you want to play it free to play, which I think a lot of people would, especially initially starting off the game. I need to start using this more. Oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. Sorry. If you want to play free to play, which like I said, I think a lot of people will, you know, to start off just because it can get pretty expensive pretty quickly in this game. And it's really just cosmetics for the most part that you're getting outside of like buying frames if you buy the bundles. But it is beneficial in the long run because, you know, when you go to start crafting the Warframes, the weapons, the mods, all the above, it's a convenient thing. Like I said, you could go to the relays. That's why I wanted to show off the relays first today. Because of the fact that you could kind of get freebies there, which is nice. Oh, you see a little guy. Curious though, if y'all are watching along with me, what you know, what game are y'all playing right now? I don't know when this video will be watched. Yeah, I've recorded a string of videos and, you know, haven't really gotten any views yet, which isn't a problem. You know, it's something that this is how it starts, right? You know, everyone starts at 0, which is fine, and I'm okay with it. But I'm just curious if people do come back and watch these videos. What games are out right now? What games are you playing? You know, you're playing Soulframe, which is like the next version of this game coming out. A little bit different. It's more medieval times. It's not really in space necessarily, but and maybe I'll do a walkthrough of that game too once I can. It's not available yet. I think it's in like closed beta or something. I gotta figure out how I could get that. So I'm just curious to hear from y'all. What games y'all play? What do you like? What do you do? You know, I'm a nerd, of course. Sitting here playing video games, recording videos for people who might watch, might not watch. I also collect Pokemon cards because I am a degenerate.
Mission complete.
I got a pretty decent collection now, but, you know, right now we're in a stage of Pokemon where all that stuff is so expensive. All the scalpers and people basically get up early, know when the drops are, buy everything. I mean, good for you if you do that. These mods will start popping up. You know, it says cleanse infested. It's specifically for a shotgun. They are specific to melee, you know, rifles, bows and stuff like that. Melee is just all melee. Secondary, I want to say, is all secondary. I could be wrong. These are very undervalued. Now, it is kind of tedious because you don't want to put like all of them on there. You don't want to have like infested Grenier, freaking robot dudes, which I can't think of their names right now. You don't want to have them all on your weapon because that's taking up spots for other mods. You want to usually have one in whatever mission you're running, whatever enemy you're gonna have, whatever enemy you're gonna be fighting. You want to usually put that one on. It does help with damage, and it's actually a huge boost. It does not look like a huge boost. 1.05 damage does not look like that much in terms of the number itself, but the multiplier, it's a multiplier. When you add these multipliers to these mods, these weapons, and mod them that way, you start seeing bigger numbers, red crits. So when you start seeing red crits, that basically means you're doing the right thing. Oh, nice, we got heat. Actually, that is not super helpful. It can be if I wanna...
I must say, these infested scare the are very worrisome.
No, and I don't really have, like, I could take this one off and put it on there and do...
To install that mod as soon as
Now!
You know what, actually? Because cold and heat do blast damage. Blast damage is usually good against the infested, and I think we're going to be fighting infested. Let me just double check myself. I want to say it'll pop up here. It might not because I haven't really unlocked too many of them. Yeah. I want to say blast damage is one of the... Blast and fire is what's good against infested enemies. But let's continue on. See what else we could do. Oops. Yeah, there's these little extractors you could get. I accidentally clicked on that. Don't worry about those. I mean, they are convenient if you log on a lot, but...
Destroy all traces of infested here. The bomb will take time to arm.
Oh, here we go. Here's an actual defense mission. You see how it looks. You see how it's like usually like a little circular arena. It's usually how the defenses go. They come from all sides. You know, we gotta kill 3 waves. 3 waves isn't that much. Oh my gosh. Should not have reloaded. But you do have to protect this. They will sneak up on it. And you want to make sure you're killing them off of it. Because if they destroy it, well, mission over. Game over. You don't want that to happen. It's good to have a Warframe like Bolt on here. There's a couple other ones. If we could get Hydroid, which I think that's going to be my next task, is one, figuring out if it's something that's even feasible. But it's so beneficial.
But leaving the structure intact, it's our only chance to stop the scourge before it starts.
This off of it. Infested are probably one of the easier enemies to kill, to be honest with you. The robot guys, which I can't even think of their names for some reason. Oh my god, it's bothering me. I'm like having a brain fart here. Jeez, what are their freaking names?
You just have to hold out a little bit longer.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. But those guys are actually probably the most tedious out of the 3 groups of enemies. There's some other enemies you'll learn about as the time goes on, but usually they're just kind of variations of these enemies that currently exist. And those guys, the robo dudes, are the most annoying. Mainly because of their shields. They're not that hard. You can mod specifically to fight them, but they're definitely the most annoying out of the 3 because of the fact of the shields.
The bomb is armed. I'm extracting you now. Good job, Tenno.
Yep.
We're done here. The extraction team will take over.
15 endo. Did not really get that much from that. Some of these quest missions, you'll notice you don't really get that much resources, which it is what it is. That's just kind of how it goes. when it comes down to it. It's just mainly for the quest.
Tenno, you have done well to contain the infested outbreak.
Heat
But I am
sword.
troubled. Dr. Tangus was but
Blah blah blah. She just goes on about it's more so what she's basically telling you is there's a doctor who's creating these, and it's with the Grenier. They're the ones that make the infested essentially. So that's kind of the story of the quest. Now this heat sword is the first weapon we get that has innate damage on it in terms of fire. So I'm gonna go ahead and craft it if I can. Why is it not letting me craft it? I have enough resources. Maybe it's mastery rank. It might be mastery rank locked. Yeah, it probably is. But let me see if I can pull it up here. Yeah, obviously, you could get dual heat swords, so we'll just look at those because they come innate with heat, I believe. No, no fire damage. Am I wrong on that? No, yeah. See, the heat dagger has it. The heat sword, I'm pretty sure, has it too. It comes with heat already equipped with it, so you'll have a couple weapons that do so. I think the Sylvan Aegis does it as well. There's a bunch of different weapons in here that you'll see. This one. Why is it showing me this one? The new weapon. There's a bunch of cool weapons and stuff you can get in here, but yeah, you see how they're mastery locked. So, with that being said, level up your character. We need to do the March Junction. Let me double check and see where we're at on that. And I think we're still kind of far out on it, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, we could do it.
Operator.
Okay,
you
that's
have
cool.
a
Well, let's go
void
ahead
relic
and
segment?
work
Hasn't
on
seen one
that.
of those in,
Oh
well,
wait.
forever.
What did I just get from that? I'm so stupid.
Ordis wonders, why is he here? Otis supposes everyone has to be somewhere.
Oh yeah, relic. That's right. Let's go ahead and equip that. You'll see the little notifications. These are awesome. Void relics.
Void relics. What a
Yup.
baffling concept. Ordis will try to understand void relics again.
It's
They say
you know what?
the contents
I
of
will
a
explain
relic
it,
are
Ortis.
simultaneously
All good,
this
bro.
thing or this thing
Relics.
or this thing, but also that thing.
That is how
Certainly
you
never
get
just one
prime
thing.
Warframe
That
parts.
is, until
Yeah, dude, I'm
it's
trying to explain it, buddy.
exposed to a void fissure, and
Yeah.
at that point, all the possibilities collapse, each
Mm-hmm.
one falling away until the relic cracks open
Mm-hmm.
and exposes one singular thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then, against all tenets of logic, that thing becomes the only thing the relic ever contained.
Only thing. Yep.
A load of
Ordis prefers no
You'll get these completing
responses.
missions. Obviously we only have one right now, so it's not like, it is what it is. We're not going to be able to do much with it. But those relics you'll get as you play the game. Super beneficial, obviously, because you could get prime warframes from it. So I think you saw on that one, it was Valkyr was the one that was popping up. There's some for Volt. There is, okay, so this is something you'll kind of stumble upon, because, like, let's say we want to get Volt, right? Well, in here, one of the only ways to get Volt right now is through Prime Resurgence, which are these limited time relics you get from completing missions to get Aya. I'll explain that here in a second, but you see how, Volt Prime is one of the ones on here. The chassis. They do have different rarities, so you see how Mesa Prime at the very bottom is the most rare out of the options. When you crack these, you're only going to get an option between one of the options of the possibility rewards. Now, you usually want to do this in a group of 4, so you maximize the amount of rewards you could get. You have 4 options rather than just one. If you do it solo, whatever you get, whatever you crack open, that's what you're going to get. Definitely want to do it with a group of people. Volt Prime, that's something I am going to eventually work on. I'm going to try to get as many of these as I can to get Volt Prime, just because he is a super good Warframe, but also Hydroid Prime. I think Hydroid, in my opinion, he was the first Warframe that I started off with in this game, and super beneficial for the Tentacle Swarm. I can do one of two things here. I'm gonna do this mission either way, just because it unlocks this one and I can see if it's an assassination. I don't think it will be. I want to say the assassination is going to be down here, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to do this mission, check and see what it is. If it is, then maybe we'll run that a couple times and see if we can get Hydroid out of it. If not, I'm going to do a couple more missions down here just to work my way towards it. I'm going to save the Mars Junction itself for the next video. That's how I'm going to start off the next video, just showing y'all, hey, we got the Mars Junction, blah, 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 right? It's probably the coolest part of these missions. Personally, I like it. It's nice being able to go back and do it again, because you used to not be able to do that.
Defend the cargo until reinforcements arrive.
See, you got the little cryopod. You're basically protecting a person. This is one of the more annoying spots. I like to just sit in the middle and wait for them at this point, because you start going left and right, they're climbing on trees, climbing on vines, coming from everywhere, and they realistically don't do that much damage to the pod itself. So I mean, they'll shoot it from range and ding it, but it does have shields, which is nice. So it does scale based on the amount of players you have in the match too. So like if someone else joined me, or if 3 other people join me, there will be more enemies to fight. Which is nice because, you know, for new players, it can be a little difficult at times. If you're just running these by yourself, and if you had, you know, 17 enemies spawning in on you at once, repeatedly, you know, and if you don't have all these mods upgraded because you don't know how to mod yet, that would be a problem, right? That's kind of why I did what I did in my explanation to mods, and which mods you should and should not use, what are beneficial. I mean, realistically, you can equip whatever you want, but there's a bunch of stuff on the internet in terms of builds that you could look up if you ever need help. Maybe I'll drop a link down in the bio for the Warframe wiki, and also the Warframe tier list. I'll start adding that to my videos just so y'all have access to that while you're watching, if you want to check it out, see what you know, what builds you could do. If you ever see something that's primed or Archon or something that you don't have yet, don't worry about it. If you have a different version of that mod, just go ahead and equip it. You don't have to have the best one. Most of these builds are going to be for something called Steel Path, which is like end game, basically running through the whole story again on a harder difficulty. It's not super necessary to have. I think a lot of people get confused by that and overwhelmed as well. There's a lot of things in this game that can be overwhelming, if I'm being honest, but that's why I always recommend just kind of play at your own pace. Do the things that you enjoy. If you want to mod your weapon however you want, I mean, go for it. Like, it's not gonna ruin the game for you, but usually there is specific ways to mod it. So see, we got a little relic from it, which is nice. We're gonna go ahead and extract just to complete the mission. You can run those missions again and again. You will get more XP the longer you go in, but like I said, the enemies will scale. You end up with more resources, obviously, if you run it more, because you're constantly doing the mission. But oh yeah, the vigil, I could also go back and do that. Mobile defense, yeah, let's try the excavation here. Didn't want to do it with you, but you can see we only have one mission unlocked for the Lith relics. These will start popping up as we unlock the planets. It's kind of another bottleneck that you run into. There's a couple bottlenecks in this game that you'll notice.
Excavate long-buried artifacts crucial to our cause, marking the first dig site.
These missions specifically, however, you will want to do a couple rounds on the excavations, because this is the only way to get a certain resource, which I'm going to show you here. So remember, these guys, they drop the batteries. You want to pick up the batteries and put them in. You could always carry one to it before it even drops down. And it will automatically power it up. Because it's not going to come down at 100%. It is something that you will have to, you know, get as you go. But remember, they do damage it. You don't want them to destroy it. Excavators have a lot less health in comparison to like the defensive pod that you have to defend. So definitely want to be a little bit more wary about it. If they get destroyed, don't worry about it. You can still continue the mission and keep going. It's not gonna end it for you, but it will make it a little bit more difficult because as you complete them, whether they're destroyed or fully complete, enemies will scale. It's another one of those missions where as you go on, enemies start to scale the more and more you go. Really, any mission does that. That's not like I said, a capture, spy, something that's more like linear to the objective. So you only usually have to complete one to get through it unless it's a quest. Sometimes it might say, hey, complete 2. You can see how slow these guys drop it because it's just me.
Additional fuel cells will be used to restore its shields.
Once it gets down to like 5 seconds, I'll move on to the next one. There's no way they're gonna destroy it if it's down to like 5, like now. They'll do damage to it, but it'll still be fine. Yeah, we're gonna do at least one more. Maybe we'll do a couple more, just to have a little talk sesh, you know? You know, that's actually one of the weirdest things I've kind of found out about making YouTube videos is what to say, what to have a conversation with, because you're really just having a conversation with yourself. You're not even really talking to anyone. I mean, obviously if someone watches the video, comments on it, then it's more of a past tense conversation, but that's one of the things I'll be honest with you, I've struggled with a little bit, what to talk about. It's but if you hear some like random awkward pauses, I'm just like thinking of what to say, you know? Don't forget you could heal that as well. I think in a streaming aspect this would have been maybe a little bit better, but you know, my stream hasn't exactly taken off, so felt like at least having a couple videos online that people can maybe go back and watch would be nice. Especially because like this game's been out since 2013. People are still joining and still playing the game. Like I can go back and run one of the first few missions and I guarantee you I'll be put on a team with someone else because someone will be playing the game right now. It's just how it is. Which is cool. I mean, that's, you know, that's what you want for a game. Is something that's gonna constantly be getting better, having more people join, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna do one more site since we're here and since it's on the way to the extraction anyway. After this one I'll get out of here because these enemies are gonna start getting a little harder. I don't think I'll have a problem with killing them, but I'm just not gonna one-shot them. Really need to get range up. Oh, I miss having so many so much endo and upgraded mods. You do get spoiled once that happens, but so that's actually one thing I don't think I've mentioned too. Don't just upgrade any mod. Like, read what it does, pay a little bit more attention to it when you're upgrading, because endos, as you can tell, like, it's hard to come by. It's not something that is just persistently dropped, so you definitely want to be a little bit more weary about what you're what you're putting on your Warframes and what you're upgrading. You know, people are so nice in this community too. I'm sure if you don't know what's a mod, you don't want to look up a video or look online, you could literally just go into the chat and ask people, and I'm sure someone will say, hey, I recommend doing this or that. Usually it's damage crit when it comes to weapons, maybe some elemental damage. I usually go for viral, which is frost and toxic damage. It's like the go-to because it does health damage. It bypasses shields and does directly health damage. Alright, we got a little relic out of that one, so we'll call it quits there. I know I could do the next one, it's not that far, but I did went to bully you. Get to a few more things as well, maybe. We're at 35 minutes on this video. We might cut it here soon. I'm trying to keep these around 40-50 minutes or so. Cryotic. That is the resource I was talking about. You only get cryotic from doing excavations. Every time you do one, you get 100 cryotic from it, as long as it's not destroyed. If it's destroyed, you get a percentage of the cryotic you would have gotten, depending on how much more time is left. But this resource being so hard to come by, there is certain warframes, certain guns, certain things that will start requiring that resource to craft. So you definitely want to do those if you do have a resource booster on. So I know I mentioned the boosters. Let me go ahead and show you them real quick. So with the boosters, you have affinity, which is XP, credit, which is obviously credit, resource, doubles your resources. So if you have a resource booster on and you're doing excavations, instead of getting 100 every excavation, you get 200, which is nice. There are things that cost 3,000 cryotic. There's one item in this game that costs 30,000 cryotic. So that's why I said if you have the plat and you want to spend it on it, like I could do it. I have 50, but I'm trying to save this and see exactly what I need to use it on. You also have the resource drop chance. Resource drop chance is really nice because when you're killing enemies, it means that you're gonna have a higher chance that they actually drop a resource rather than just health and energy. So that's also beneficial. You could get up to 30 days. They're 200 plat each. Like I said, I might even, you know, gift myself some just to progress the story a little bit. But with that being said, let me double check on this and see where we're at. So that's a sabotage, that's a defense, mobile defense. I don't think we could do Erpo. I don't think so. I'm gonna do... Can I even do this yet? No, I can't. I'll do the mobile defense real quick. This will be the last mission of the video, just so that way I have the junction unlocked. And then I might do a couple of these other missions offline, just to kind of get them through. Unless y'all want to watch them, I haven't really... You know, I know I don't have, like I said, I don't have many viewers at the time, but I would like some feedback if you know, you like watching the videos, or not the watching the videos. Oh my gosh, I'm so boggled right now. If you like watching all the missions, or if it's something where you just want to see like the main components of it, whatever it may be. Mobile defense, different game mode we haven't played yet. Same thing, you gotta defend it. It's not really round based. It is in a way. It's only 3, so you just gotta do 3 rounds of it. But as you can see, like I had mentioned earlier too, new players. Always gonna be new players. These guys. Look at these guys. Ooh. Put that there for them. They may or may not know. This one of them looks like they got it. Hopefully the other one comes by and grabs it. Wonder how many people actually start new characters and start the game over. Okay, guys, let's go.
Proceed and prepare.
Let's go to the next one.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Location reached. Drop me in and defend our position.
Wrap me in and
Heads
defend
up.
me.
A Grenier assault team is headed your way.
Gotta get this pistol leveled up a little bit.
Tenno. This will take a
Yeah,
moment.
one thing I don't do a lot of is secondaries. I don't use a lot of secondaries for some reason. I don't know if it's just the power. Like, obviously, primary is gonna be a little bit more powerful, but you can mod them to be better. What's going on with that? Well, our buddies. He's killing all the enemies back there. Here they go.
We are finished here. Move on.
Let them figure it out. Go pick it up, go to the next one.
Here is a terminal. Get me in.
Oops.
Get ready to defend.
Did not mean to do that.
I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment.
Our other little, the venomous one is back there. I think getting all the enemies on him.
Still working on it. Continue to defend. Stay focused. There's a
Chill
heavy
mission.
unit approaching.
Heavy enemy. Where the heavy enemy be? Oh, we're just gonna complete this super quick.
The odds were against us, Tenno, but we did it. Mission complete.
Those credits. Gonna take a second for this guy to get to the extraction because I don't think he knew what to do in this mission, unfortunately. Maybe I went a little too fast. So I'm gonna take my time. Looting all these resources. I know a lot of people start the game, start looting, continue to loot, which is, you know, it's fine. It does get a little tiring. But, you know, sometimes we gotta catch them all. I'm taking my time completing them all. Another. Alright. We gotta sit here in extraction. So, when you're in a group with people, if not everyone's on the extraction, it doesn't end the game. But once 2 people get to extraction, starts the extraction timer. And then usually we just sit here and dance. I don't have a dancing emoji. Definitely think the venomous one is back there just racking up on resources, which is good for him. Oh, nice. We got our first little thing of credits here.
Coming up
Whoops.
next.
Another job well executed.
Get some good levels on that one. Diamond skin's nice. Radiation resistance. Kind of niche. Depending on what you're doing, you might need it, you might not. Nightwave, we did rank up, which is nice. Almost maxed out on the Artex. Alright, so we got the junction done now. I think we can... Still can't craft that. So weird. It's got to be mastery rank blocked, which is fine. Alright, so junction. Whoa, what is it saying here? Right, I've never seen that. Junction, you get the Fragor access to Mars. I think it starts unlocking our next quest when we do so. Might need to just complete this side quest as well. I don't think it unlocks anything else after you complete it, but might have to do it. We've only completed a couple so far, which most of these are just pretty straightforward. I think the next one's gonna be, I don't think it's the Heart of Deimos. It could be. Earth Mars Junction. I want to say this is the next one that we'll do. Yeah, those are pretty far away. We're within. Yeah, this one's a really cool quest when we get to it. So this couple really good ones. The War Within's really good. Second Dream is really good. Rising Tides is interesting. Sacrifice is a really good quest. Hard to come by though. I'll kind of have to wait and speak on that once the time comes. Onko, can't do this one yet. There's some stuff that has to be explained. Prelude to the War is good because then you start going into Duvari, unlock something cool. Angels of Zarman, probably one of my favorite quests. Jade Shadow is a cool one. Whispers on the Wall is nice. The Lotus Eater is okay. The Hex is really cool. So these two, probably the best missions in the game. Obviously, they're the most recent ones, so it's kind of like recency bias. But once we get there, it's, oh dude, it's something else. So, but for now, I think I'm gonna cut the video there. I appreciate y'all watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on the video. And I look forward to seeing y'all next time. Thank you. Bye.